Welcome to round 5 of my career mode, but before we dance in the wet in Le Mans, let me show you about the official test that I skipped a moment ago. Now, I had two options to choose from, Spec A or Spec B, but I didn't really want the bike to improve because we're already winning quite comfortably, so I just picked Spec B because it has less on the engine power. Here's how we stack up against the other teams, but before we get into the race, let's talk about Jerez one more time. You might have missed one of the best defensive masterclasses I've ever produced in MotoGP 24, right in the previous round of Jerez. So quick recap for you then. Jorge Martin was attacking me every single lap for whole 13 laps, and I did everything I could to defend against the Martinator. Unfortunately, he did eventually get through, and it was down to me to respond and fight for my third race victory in a row. Thankfully, we did hold him off, and we were able to extend our winning streak. In dramatic fashion, it was terrific, but how more dramatic will it be now that we'll have to fight in the wet in Le Mans? So here we go then, in the French GP, in the wet for the very first time this season. And I've just hit the ride-out device. I don't know if that was a good decision. I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? From 6th place on the grid, let's see what we can do. Alicia Spargo's got the whole shot for now. Into the right hand of the ride-out device didn't disengage. I feared that would happen. I am not hard enough on the brakes. Oh, that is clumsy. We're through though, and we're up to 3rd. So we've doubled our positions already in the space of a corner and a half. Oh, Alicia lost the front a little bit there. He's going to try and get back on the inside. Actually gave me a lot of space to recover there. Pedro Acosta went down somewhere, I think I'd seen. I'm not sure if I caught that right. Oh, yep, definitely did. He's out. And there is Jorge Martin. He's now got the lead for temporarily as we sneak up on the inside. This is a cracking start. Just Martin, though, is strong on the outside. Oh, heck. I braked really late. Well, thank you, Martin, for allowing me to get through there. I was a little bit too eager up on the brakes there. I tell you what, I do need to confess something here. And I think it's going to be a big factor in this race for now. Beautifully done there for Martin. Can I get the cutback? Yes! I love that cutback. Let the AI take over into Shimano buff and we'll get the response. The classic DrAce riposte. Anyway, in practice, I was a little bit boisterous actually. I was a bit too overconfident. The session started, I took the top spot, I exited straight out. Turns out, in that wet practice, it dried. So then I got put down to qualifying 1. It was a dry qualifying 1, which was no problem. Did the lap, good enough to go straight directly into Q2. And then from Q2, I just did 1 lap and that was it. So now, with it raining in this sprint, I am a little bit nervous in the wet. I didn't do any laps apart from that 1 lap in the practice. So I have no idea how well I'm going to do here. I already feel a little bit nervous upon the bike, which is not usually like me. I'm pretty good in the wet. Oh, good. Oh. I didn't realise Alicia Spargo was that close. I was just trying to get the cut back against Martin. But it's the brakes I'm struggling on at the minute. I've been using the rear brake 8-inch disc, really thicker, stronger rear brake disc recently in the previous videos, and it has helped out tremendously. But in the wet conditions, I cannot use it. So I'm a little bit nervous about returning back to the smaller rear brake disc and just generally trying to get this bike stopped. I'm a little bit nervous, so I don't expect me to disappear in this one. It might take me a couple of laps just to get used to it. I'm so ginger on the brakes, just gingerly, gently pressing on the brake there. Fine, that's 1 track limit warning. I'm not too bothered about that. I did my best to try and avoid that, as a matter of fact, but it is what it is. Also, a little bit of I don't know what I would call this. A little. I don't think the word concern is the right word, but something else as a different dynamic for today's video is I do have a brand new graphics card. I had recently purchased the 5070 Ti, moving away from the AMD's brand, from the 6900 XT. And yeah, I'm still looking into making sure that everything's running fine. I've changed everything. I've removed everything from AMD settings. If you're not a PC player and this is all alien to you, apologies. But yeah, so I've got a lot of things to look at today. I've also changed my OBS settings, so fingers and toes crossed the quality in the video is still good. Let me know in the comment section down below if you see any graphical glitches or if you're a bit concerned that the quality has dropped or anything like that. Please let me know. But what I can tell you is that the card's awesome. Editing appears to be easier now. I was beginning to struggle with some of the encoding side of AMD's renderer. But yeah, enough about that. Let's get back to business. I could talk a glass eye to sleep about that one. But into the difficult garage there. Not very good. Oh, Martin! Oh. Yeah, I'm tense. I know I'm tense because I'm waffling. I just don't feel comfortable right now. I don't know how it looks. I'm probably looking all over the place, which I'm really conscious about because I pride myself on making the gameplay look smooth, but I just don't feel it. I feel really, really tentative. I am tense, I'm sitting up really straight and I'm just... No, let him get through, let him get through. I can repost here. Yes. Yes. A little bit aggressive, but hey, it's done. It's not as bad as it was in Jerez, is it? When I absolutely punted Martin and had to give him the position back. 0.8 of a second we found a Martin then. I think he got caught on the curb. I really scuppered his chances there. Aleix Espargaro has now inherited second. They say the meek shall inherit the earth, and Aleix Espargaro has inherited second. Shout out to a Sting reference there for you. One of my favourite musicians. If not my favourite, actually, yeah, he is my favourite. There you go. A little factoid for you in today's Le Mans sprint. DrAce's favourite music artist is Sting. Now into the Musée corner out on the left-hand side. I don't know what has happened, but ever since Martin dropped to third, excuse me, he's now down to 5th, and Aleix Espargaro is the man on the charge in 2nd. So I don't know what's just happened there. Me pushing him onto the curb has done me a massive favour. Digi Antonio's now got along that penalty. Alex Rins is up to 7th. That's great. And I think a moment ago he was actually the fastest man on track. That is really solid. Fair play to Alex Rins. I do really like Alex Rins, and I sincerely hope he has a good time on that Yamaha this season in real life MotoGP. Of course, moving across now to the VR46 Ducati would probably work out really well in real life, but in the computer game, not bad. He's down in 7th. Not bad. Real messy going into record him on there. But across the line, we should, yes we do, temporarily take the fastest lap of the race. 1:38.407 for Aleix Espargaro on lap 4 of this French GP sprint. I am beginning to feel it. It's beginning to feel it. I'm getting that sensation back in my fingers. I still feel very nervous though. Can't seem to just get it right. And I would say I'm pretty good in the wet. It's probably a strong point of mine. I'm quite consistent. And it doesn't usually take me too long to adapt or to adjust to this wet weather prowess. But all this talk, and Aleix Espargaro has pulled back a few tenths of a second here. So for what, the 5th race in a row this season, or 5th sprint should I say, we are going to get a battle for a decent position. This time, of course, being a sprint victory on offer. Aleix Espargaro has cut more tenths away from my time here, and we're actually on a decent lap. What can Espargaro do? Can he finally have a good result on that factory Ducati? Oh, Aleix! Well, that came out of nowhere. He absolutely whacked me. And has he got the... No, brave it, brave it. Don't let him go for the inside line into 13, then into record. I'm all over the place there. But I know you can go on that corner, just not cut as bad as probably I'm doing. Gigi Dell'Igna might have a new winner here in the form of Aleix Espargaro. I mean, if you're on the factory Ducati, you have to win at least one race. I mean, this is 2025, 26, or whatever it is in my game. Factory Ducati still absolutely superior. It's not like your 2012, 13, 14. Ducati. This is a pucker Ducati, and that's a proper British word for you there, ladies and gentlemen. Pucker. I have a friend of mine who absolutely hates that word, and if I can get that in where I can, I'm going to. 1/10 of a second we're down here, but it's more intriguing to look at the gap. Still not getting it right into Garage Vet. It works alright though to get back onto the power. The wide sweeping line does work really well for the Yamaha. That's what the M1 does. But it always leaves you open then for the AI to attack you. Right in the curbs there. Ooh, pull it in. 0.2 of a second. This is where Aleix attacked us last time into into the Blue S's. 0.2 of a second. It's going to be another defence jobby, isn't it? 1/10 of a second is the gap. 0.2 of a second. 0.4. We found a lot of time there into record them on. And as we bring the power on, is this the killing blow to Aleix Espargaro? Across the line, he can't respond. Marquez does though in 8th. A 1:38.082 for the Spaniard, 8 times champion. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really smooth. Underneath the Dunlop Bridge we go. Now onto the brakes into La Chapelle. 0.5 a second we are ahead. Fast approaching the left-hander of Musée. Yeah, we're finding time. This is critical. Oh, that's Digio. He's not had a good factory Ducati season either. Neither of those Ducatis have had so far. I mean, it's only 5 races in, but still, it's not been great. Nice line there again. Aleix has pulled in a few more tenths. Can we hold him back? It might be closer than I'm expecting here. Nice and smooth though. Apologies, I feel like I could have done much better in this race here today. Oh, but I don't know what the weather is actually. I didn't look for the race. I usually leave it as a surprise for myself. So I don't know what we're expecting in a moment. But whatever it is, I'm going to do better. Well, I mean, I'm going to win, so I mean, I can't be too mad. I just don't like the way I've handled this video so far. It's been a disappointing sprint for myself. It's not been clean, not been smooth, but all that matters is we get the victory. And there is the brand new visor I've got there, made by Sergio23, so big shout out to the Belgian ace. So those are the results on screen. We win the Le Mans sprint by 2.5 of a second. Only Aleix Espargaro got close to us, so that is a solid performance in this sprint. Let's see how we crack on in the race. Right then, here we go. It is dry, good news, but the clouds do look ominous, but we'll worry about that later as we try to have a good start. I did go for the ride height device again, but I'm curious to slam on the brakes a little bit stronger this time into turn 1. There he goes, it worked. But we are further down than we were. It's not as good as the starter we had in the sprint. Oh, Digio's gone! Digio dropped the front. He is having, honestly, the factory cat is having a shocker, aren't they? Round the outside of the two Aprilias, that's way too wide. That's not going to work. Jack Miller is involved in that. Whoa, Jesus. Pedro Acosta jump scare, ladies and gentlemen. I seen that on the right-hand side of the OLED ultra-wide. God knows what it looked like for you guys. But Jack Miller was involved in that crash somehow. Someone else has just gone down. I've seen it pop up on the left-hand side of the screen. Aleix Espargaro's been given a long lap penalty, and I'm completely out of my depth here. Oh, around the outside! It worked! What? That was a complete mistake. I really messed it up on the brakes there. I was braking on the curb. Well, I dodged a bullet with that one. I think Pedro Acosta was actually the saviour in that one, because he didn't... Whoa, sorry, Brad. He didn't actually fully commit to the Garage Vet corner. He sort of let me back through. Round the outside of the Aprilias have just been mugged. If I was doing another season here in MotoGP 24, I would go for the Aprilias. Oh my lord, I've had to commit to that. Oh, and Aleix got pumped it a little bit. Oh, this has been an aggressive start here in Le Mans. I'm eager to catch up to Jorge Martin, who in fact he's got a 1.3 second gap. goodness me, he's flying. Whoa, he's really wide though. Into that Dunlop chicane. He was tremendously wide, but although he lost, just a tenth of a second. Ooh, I like this prospect. I've just realised something. In the previous video, in Jerez, it was a defend masterclass. You know what I'm going to say. You know what's coming. Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to attack. I am going to catch up to Martin. You better believe it. Rest assured, ladies and gentlemen. We had to defend for 13 laps against the Martinator. It's now his time to defend against Dr. Ace. Can he do it? I don't think he can. I'm already pulling in a few tenths of a second here. It's just a matter of time. Into this. So this is where I sort of was a bit aggressive on Aleix Espargaro, to be honest. I felt like he was going a little bit slower than I predicted going in. Martin, fastest man on track. Bettered by myself, the number 47. And now I have completely met. Oh, wow, I got away with that one. Done that a few times in the past. Gone over that corner just a little bit too tight and picked up a track limit warning. Really solid though through that first sector. And now into La Chapelle. Gap is under a second for the first time in this race since the beginning. Martin got that second advantage pretty quick as well. 8 tenths of a second was the gap temporarily there. I still admire the way the rear tyre spins a little bit on this Yamaha. Oh, Martin was a little bit wide there. Is he just giving me a few inches? I think he might be. Give me an inch and I'll take a mile. Nice firm braking into Shimano Buff. Kind of wishing the sprint was dry now because I feel really, really good in the dry here at Le Mans. Oh yes, half a second is the advantage. Attack is coming. It's happening. Anyone remember those attacker snacks here in Britain? The little cheese and ham and tomato biscuit things. I've made a mess. I made myself laugh about attacker snacks. Anyway, across the line is a 29.1. Yeah, we're charging here. Sheer determination to catch up to the Prima Prama Ducati. Look at the way we're tackling turn 2 and 3 now. Oh, yes. Look at the difference. The confidence. The cockiness. the just sincere eagerness to succeed. MotoGP 25 has been announced. I was overlooked a copy of the early access, whatever it's called, and I'm desperate to get this game finished, this championship finished before MotoGP 25 eventually releases. So I've got to crack on and I've got to keep on winning. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do here against Jorge Martin. Can we keep the win streak alive? It'd be my 4th win in a row if that was the case. I don't think I've done 4 wins in a row in MotoGP. I definitely don't think that's happened. I think I only won around 6 races last season. Shows how damn competitive it was and how hard it was against Pecco Bagnaia. Well, it's only a matter of time now. Jorge Martin, you are about to yield the lead. Oh, I wanted to get through there. I did. Yes. Ooh, a little early upshift there. I don't think it really helped. Or did it? Well, I've got the slipstream, so it's hard to say. I love a good overtake into the Dunlop chicane. Oh, no. I wanted that to happen, unfortunately it didn't. But we're still going. Nice, we're through. So it was attack. Oh, I've gone wide. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Got to lift it up there, you never know. I've done it too many times where you touch the other rider. and instantly they crash because they're on that lean angle. So you've got to be careful sometimes. Might look like I'm picking up for no reason, but I guarantee you if he runs a little bit too deep and it hits me, if I didn't pick up, I would crash. And it looks great for the content because you see, oh, he's gone wide! Goodness me, Jorge! He was miles wide! I didn't actually want to hit him then. I had no intention of trying to hit him. I was just turning in and then he went wide. Okay, I'm going to get my first track limit warning here. That's a tough... Is that rain? I did this last time, so apologies. I did this in Jerez. I know I did. No, is that rain? I'm going mad. That is rain. I'm sure. I'm 100% certain that's rain. That is... It's got to be. Am I losing my marbles? No, that's definitely rain. I'm sure it's rain, that. Well, this is going to get interesting. It is rain. I can see it. It's happening. Oh, Martin, where the hell are you going? Oh! Big collision there as well. It's got to be rain, because that's why Martin's starting to make those mistakes. It's not that dark, though. Usually in this game, when it starts raining, well, you can usually tell it's going to rain because it goes extremely dark. But it's not that dark. And the rain is... It's coming down extremely slowly here. I should have expected this. Yeah, it's definitely coming down. Well, there's the white flag. I might be blind, but it doesn't look like there's that much rain to me. We definitely don't pit on this lap. A little bit of a moment on the brakes there. I'm a bit confused here. The track... the track doesn't look wet. But the tyres are now going extremely cold. We're losing a lot of time here on this lap, but I'm not taking it in. I don't know if Martin's going to go in, but I'm not. I'm going to stay out. I've made a mess. Yeah, the gap's 1.8. Martin's in. Martin's in. He's on the right-hand side of the screen. He was on the right-hand side, the OLED ultra-wide. Bang on. Perfect in view for me. He's in. Right then. We know Martin likes to go in early. We all watched Mazzano last season. In real life, I mean. Is this a dangerous gamble from the championship leader? Well, me. It doesn't look wet. It really doesn't look wet. There's a bit of rain coming down. There's a few splotches on the screen now. With that classic lens experience, as you can see on the camera. But that's it. There's only that little bit of water on the left-hand side there. There's probably more actually, but I'm trying to concentrate on the bike as well at the same time. You can understand. We're losing 2.4 seconds. I think we can do another lap. But I know MotoGP 24. I know how it can be. Sometimes it can be like this, and then the next lap, it just instantly turns into a ravine. I'm losing 3.6 seconds. My usual rule is if I'm losing 3 seconds a lap, it's time to go in. We'll go in. I also need to be careful here, because I've not done the pit lane entrance in Le Mans in a long time. Got my speed, 35, 36, 33, 34. Yeah, we're good. Alright then. Into the pits. Now, the big question is, where is Jorge Martin? I don't even see him on the left-hand side of the screen. But I do see Brad Binder. Binder was behind Martin when we went to the pits. So has Brad Binder undercut Martin, and is he now at the front? This is going to be really close. There's a perfect look at Sergio 23's visor mod as well, by the way. We've got the Ace Academy at the top, and then of course Sergio's branding to the left and right. Awesome. Absolutely amazing. Whoa, whoa, what are you doing? Oh my god, I thought the AI was going to crash. Where is everyone? The AI is shocking. I've just bumped into the wall, and then I've almost cut turn 2. We're 5 seconds clear from Acosta, who stayed out with me. Where's Binder? I have no idea what's just happened here, and the track still doesn't look wet. And I don't even know what bike I've got here, because I didn't set this up. Now, I don't have a setup before anyone asks. What I'm referring to is just putting the tyres and the brake disc. Now, the brake disc and the tyres should still be the same as the one I used in that one lap in practice. So I'm hoping it's got the rear brake disc on that I like. Yeah, it feels like the right one. It feels good. Thank goodness for that. If I had the wrong brake disc on, I would probably assume I would lose this. Well, I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. We did that additional lap, and we've come out 5 seconds clear from the competition. And we went in a couple of tenths ahead of Jorge Martin. That is phenomenal. Across the line, it's a 2-minute lap time with the pit. So you know what? That's quite good. We lost 12 seconds in the previous lap, and then we lost another, what, 20 plus? It's pretty good, actually. Ooh, track limit warning there. All in all, we lost around 32 seconds. That's quite good for a pit lane. And I was a little bit tentative going into the pit as well. All in all, I think we've nailed this. I think we've absolutely nailed it. It's a wet weather masterclass. I mean, this is perfect, isn't it? We had the defensive masterclass last time in Jerez, and now we're going to have the wet weather masterclass. I hope you're signing up to this class. This is a new vocation for me, isn't it? So as we fire out of the right-hand side, 4.7 seconds clear from Pedro Acosta. Now, we do have to be careful. I'm still obviously finding the limits now with the wet bike. And what I'm finding is very difficult is the track doesn't look all that wet. Now it is beginning to show some signs. But compared to what I've seen in the past, it's a very light rain. Contradiction. Actually, yeah, it's going to contradict me massively here, but the spray on the tyres. I swear it usually looks a lot thicker and deeper. I'm struggling to record them on though, really struggling to get that one right. It's more so a confidence thing at this point. Across the line. A 36.686 with lap 9. A little bit nervous into Dunlop, apologies. I actually came off the brakes then and went on the acceleration and went back on the brakes. That's a guaranteed sign of being unsure. I have coached people in the past, and you notice that sign. They do the push-pull with the analog stick, so that the left thumb is basically being pushed backwards and forwards like you're playing track and field. And then they're on the throttle, and then they're off the throttle, braking at the same time. Been there, done it, got the t-shirt, and so have they. Oh, Bez has gone. Oh, Marquez has gone. I wonder if they've been involved with something. No, not Bez. No, not Bez. Cause you're simply the best. Dun, 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 dun. I absolutely love how he has that on the back of his leathers. Brilliant. Marco Bezzecchi and Tina Turner, eh? So into Shimano Buff. My singing and watching Bez crash has done me no favours. I'm actually 7 seconds off the pace in this lap. Gap has come down to 3.6. 5 laps to go. Maybe you just need to be a little bit careful here. Also, a quick apology for the voice in this one. It's a little bit raspy. I've been recording some videos on Knee Down as well, and if you're not sure what Knee Down is, it's our MotoGP channel now, where I'm covering real-life MotoGP. So check me out on there if you want to see any real-life MotoGP content. We have some podcasts on there as well. So yeah, check it out. I've been recording on there, so my voice is a little bit raspy right now. And I think drinking Monsters doesn't help. That sugary content, and not exactly cleaning the palate when consuming. But anyway, ironic I would say that as we're riding the Monster Energy Yamaha. Nice, well done Matt, well done. So into the right-hander then. I actually totally forgot to mention that Brad Binder sort of said, you know what, I'll beat you in Le Mans, mate. I mean, yeah, whatever. You're not. And you're also not going to beat us in the World Championship as the way it looks right now. Jorge Martin is our biggest threat. And he's had a nightmare. Oh, another mention to Alex Rins. 5th place for the number 42. Excellent. I am pleased to see the Spaniard up there. But looking through it, Miguel Oliveira, he also deserves a shout out. 8th place for him is the number 88. There's been a lot of crashes. You know who we still haven't seen on track? Well, there's actually 2 people we haven't seen on track once in this series so far. One of them being Pecco Bagnaia. We haven't seen him in a race once. We did see him in that huge crash in Portimao, and I think we've seen him in Kota in another crash replay. But we haven't raced with him, or even been near him on track. The only time we actually seen him was in the winter test. That was it. That's abysmal. I didn't think it'd be that bad on the Honda. Unbelievable. Well, it looks like we're finding our groove now. A 38.8 is about what we can expect, which this is not very good actually. We're 2 seconds slower than we were earlier, but I think I'm talking myself away from concentrating right now, which is very much a habit of mine. But it keeps it engaging. If you guys want to just listen to the bikes, then I guess you could watch someone else. I like to talk, so apologies if that is the case. I have tried to increase the volume of the bikes nowadays, so I'm hoping you can hear it a little bit better. But we're still 3.2 seconds ahead here. I really don't think we need to worry about losing concentration or not improving our lap times. I'm going to try though. It is beginning to feel a little bit better now as we go. Oh, and the other ride I forgot to mention actually. We haven't seen my teammate once. Think about that. We have not seen Fabio Quartararo once in my career mode series this far. In this season. We haven't seen him. I don't know where the hell he is. He never qualifies well. He never does well in the sprints, never does well in the races. Nightmare season for Quartararo. I have never seen him move teams either. I think one of our aces in the Discord server did post he was on a factory Ducati, which looked really cool. But that's it. That's the only person I've seen share anything new about Fabio Quartararo. Across the line then. Consistency still there, 138.7. That's 2 laps in a row of, well, 3 laps in a row of the 38.7, 38 highs. And I think that's enough. I don't think Pedro Costa's going to catch us now. He would need to find 1.5 seconds now over 2 laps. I am not going to let that happen. We are looking at a 4th victory in a row. Back to sprint winning ways. Back to back to back to back Grand Prix wins if we finish on the top step here in Le Mans. After this one we'll go to Catalonia, another track I'm quite fond of. I think last season when we did Catalonia it rained and I crashed. I know something went wrong in Catalonia, so I'd like to right those wrongs and do better in the Spanish circuit of the Catalan GP. So we hit the ride height device. I still never know whether to use the ride height device in the wet or not. Sometimes I like using it and sometimes I absolutely don't. But it seems to work well from Garage Bear to Shimano Buff. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to keep using it there. I wouldn't really use it anywhere else, however. It's not really a track you need it. Does not work for turn 1. I know some of probably the better players than me, excuse me, will probably use it, but not for me. I don't want to use the ride height device for turn 1 unless it's for the start of the race, because without the ride height device it is difficult to get a good launch. Of course, that's being the key part of the launch control. Oh, we did find some time there, 38.2. That only decent lap in the wet so far. But I think I was bang on though regarding the conditions of the track earlier. This one took a long time to actually get wet. It was damp, but it was never fully sodden. And now that it is, it's beginning to feel a lot more comfortable. I think as if this one progressed, I think our lap times would continue to improve now. 2.5 off the pace compared to our best lap from earlier. Actually, what am I doing? That's our dry lap. Of course it is. 29.1. We've done this. We've absolutely nailed this. Cracked it. What a performance. Didn't expect this one going into it, to be honest. I felt if it was dry, we would have won. The rain was an outlier. But I'm sure we won here in Le Mans actually last season with the perfect weekend. Pole position, the fastest lap, the race win and the sprint win, all in the same French GP weekend. So all in all, I think it's been a terrific, terrific race. Important to respond against Jorge Martin. And of course, for the first flag to flag, we showed a lot of nous there. We got ahead of Martin. He went early, like he did in Misano in real life. And we went on for another lap. Probably could have done 2 laps, to be honest. But 1 was enough to pay off. 1 more corner to go then. And another 25 points in the back pocket of your content creator today. Big wheelie for the aces. Thanks for watching. So there you have it then, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. 4 seconds ahead of Pedro Acosta. We did the business. Alex Rins finished in 5th. But more importantly, we now have a 56-point championship lead ahead of Brad Binder. What a start to our Yamaha season. Guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Ciao for now. Oh, hi. Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.